How did two high schoolers crack a mathematical mystery that has puzzled experts for many centuries? It sounds impossible, but this is the story of how two black teen girls rewrote history and proved that no problem is too big for focused young minds to solve. In December 2022, high school math teachers at St. Mary's Academy, a Catholic school for girls in New Orleans, organized a math contest with a $500 cash prize. The teachers added a tricky bonus question though, proving the Pythagorean theorem using trigonometry. This theorem, a foundational concept in geometry, states that in a right triangle, the square of the side opposite the right angle equals the sum of the squares of the other two sides. More than 300 proofs of this theorem exist using geometry and algebra, but none using trigonometry for almost 2,000 years. So the teachers weren't expecting anyone to actually solve it. But little did they know that two of their students were about to make history. High school seniors, 17-year-old Calcia Johnson and Nakia Jackson, were initially motivated by the $500 prize. But when they reached a roadblock at the bonus question, an internal drive to finish what they had started kicked in. In 1927, mathematician Elisha Loomis attempted this proof but declared that using trigonometry to prove the theorem would be circular and thus impossible. But the girls refused to accept this conclusion. For 2 months, Calcia and Nakia worked tirelessly to finish their proof. There were many sleepless nights and garbage cans full of paper containing failed attempts, but they never gave up. And this relentlessness paid off. After 2 months, they cracked the code. How did they do it? Their genius approach used the law of signs, a trigonometric identity, to sidestep the circular logic issue Loomis identified. Teachers at St. Mary's Academy were blown away by the magnitude of Calcia and Nakia's discovery. They submitted their proof to the American Mathematical Society for recognition at a conference in March 2023, where the students presented their work. Their findings have been submitted to a scientific journal for rigorous academic peer review, a process that could take years. However, many experts who have seen their work are certain that it would be certified as technically correct and become a new contribution to more than 2,000 years of mathematical research. The global reaction was quick and sensational. The girls received a write-up in South Korea and even got a shout-out from former First Lady Michelle Obama. Additionally, they were celebrated by the governor of Louisiana and received keys to the city of New Orleans. Sadly, not everyone was so impressed. St. Mary's Academy president and interim principal Pamela Rogers said that with recognition came racist calls and comments. People said they could not have done it. African Americans don't have the brains to do it. Of course, we sheltered our girls from that, Rogers said, but we absolutely did not expect it to come in the volume that it came, she added. Rogers also said too often, society has a vision of who can be successful. To some people, it is not always an African American female, Rogers said, but to us, it's always an African American female. Regardless of the negativity, Calcia Johnson and Nakia Jackson's achievement transcends a mere mathematical breakthrough. It reminds all of us that talent and grit combined will always break boundaries regardless of color or gender. We really should celebrate these girls for rewriting the history of geometry and also inspiring countless others to challenge the limits of possibility. So, what other long-standing academic or scientific challenges do you believe the next generation could solve?